I wasn't supposed to be home that night. That's the part that keeps replaying in my head. If my shift hadn't been cut short, if I had stayed just one more hour, if I had taken a long way home like I usually do, I would have missed it. I would have walked through that door later, kissed her on the forehead, heard her say you're late in that soft voice, and I would have gone to sleep, believing everything was still okay. But I didn't. I came home early, and everything I thought was real collapsed in less than a minute. My name's Daniel. I'm 34 years old, and for 6 years, I believed I was building something unbreakable. Her name is Emily, my wife, my home. At least, that's what she used to be. We didn't start with much. No money, no safety net. Just two people trying to make life feel a little less heavy. She worked at a bookstore when I met her. I didn't even like reading. I just walked in because I had time to kill. She was arguing with a customer. Not rudely, just passionately. Like the book actually mattered. Like stories mattered. I remember thinking, she's different. When the guy left, she looked at me and sighed. People take fiction too seriously, she said. I smiled. Maybe it's the only thing that makes sense to them. She looked at me for a second, really looked, and then she smiled. That smile, it didn't feel fake, didn't feel forced. It felt real, warm. That was the beginning. We started slow. Coffee after her shifts, long walks, late night conversations that stretched into early mornings. We didn't have money for dates, so we made our own. We'd sit on the floor of her apartment, back against the wall, sharing cheap food, talking about everything. Dreams, fears, the future. She used to say she didn't want anything complicated, just a quiet life, a warm home, someone who stayed. I told her, I'm not going anywhere. And I meant it. When we started dating, it felt easy. Too easy. She'd fall asleep on my chest, her fingers tracing random lines across my arm, like she was memorizing me. I'd wake up before her sometimes, just watching her breathe, thinking, this is it. This is what people spend their whole lives looking for. I didn't question it. I didn't doubt it. I just held on. When I proposed, she cried before I even finished asking. Yes, she said, over and over, laughing through tears. That moment, it stayed with me. Even later, when everything else started breaking, after we got married, life shifted, not in a bad way, just heavier. Bills, responsibilities, expectations. I started working more, not because she asked me to, but because I wanted to give her more. A better house, more comfort, less stress. So I took a second job, then more hours, then extra shifts whenever I could, early mornings, late nights. Exhaustion became normal. But every time I came home, she was there. At first, she'd wait up for me, sitting on the couch, TV volume low, half asleep, but smiling the second I walked in. You're finally home, she'd whisper, like she had been waiting all night, just for that moment. I'd sit beside her. She'd lean into me, her head on my shoulder, and for a few minutes, everything felt right again. Those moments, they made everything worth it. But slowly, something changed. Not all at once. Not loud. Not obvious. Quiet. Gradual. She stopped waiting up. Said she was tired. I told myself that made sense. Then the text changed. No more. I miss you. Can't wait to see you. Just don't forget the groceries. Did you pay the bill? I'm going out tonight. Short, cold, practical. I told myself, this is normal. This is what happens. People get comfortable. Life gets busy. Love changes, right? But then came the silence. Dinner used to be our time. Now, we barely spoke. I'd try. How was your day? Fine. That was it. No details. No stories. No connection. Just distance. And the worst part? I didn't know when it started. Or how to fix it. I remember one night. I came home earlier than usual. She was on the couch. Phone in her hand. Smiling. Not just smiling. That smile. The one she used to give me. I stood there for a second. Didn't say anything. Just watching. Then she noticed me. and everything changed. She locked her phone instantly. Too fast. Too smooth. "You're home early," she said, forcing a smile. "Yeah, slow night." A pause. Too long. Then she stood up, walked over, gave me a hug. Quick. Too quick. I felt it. That difference. "Who were you texting?" I asked, trying to sound casual. "No one," she said, too fast. Then laughed. "Just Sarah." I nodded, but something stayed with me, like a splinter you can't see, but you feel every time you move. I tried to ignore it. I really did, because I didn't want to be that guy, the jealous one, the insecure one. So I buried it and worked more, stayed out longer, told myself, I'm doing this for us. But the truth, the more I gave, the further she felt. Then came her late nights. Girls' night, work, dinner. I'll be late. At first, I didn't question it, but something felt off. Not what she said, but how she said it. Detached. Like she didn't care if I believed her or not. There were nights she came home, smelling different. Not bad, just unfamiliar. Like she had been somewhere. I didn't exist. I'd ask about her night. Fine. Always fine. Nothing more. I remember trying to hold her one night. Pull her close. Like before. She stiffened. Just slightly. But I felt it. I miss you. I whispered. Silence. Then, I'm just tired, Daniel. Always tired. I nodded. Let go. Turned away. But I didn't sleep. Because deep down, something was already breaking. And I knew it. I just didn't want to face it. Weeks passed. Then months. The distance between us. It wasn't just emotional anymore. It was everything. We lived in the same house. But it didn't feel like a home. It felt like two strangers. Sharing space. Avoiding each other. Waiting for something neither of us would say. And then, that night happened. The night everything ended. It was a Friday. My longest shift. Or at least, it was supposed to be. Around 8:30. My manager told me to go home. System was down. Nothing to do. I almost stayed. Almost found something to fix. Because going home didn't feel the same anymore. But something inside me said, go. So I did. I drove home. The whole way, I kept thinking, maybe tonight will be different. Maybe we'll talk. Maybe we'll fix this. Maybe. I parked outside the house. Sat there for a second. Took a breath. Then stepped out. The house was quiet. Lights on. TV off. I stepped inside slowly. Dropped my keys. And then, I heard it. Laughter. Soft. From the bedroom. I froze. Because I knew that laugh. I had heard it 1,000 times. But something about it was different. It wasn't meant for me. I walked forward. Slowly. Each step heavier than the last. My heart started racing. Louder. Faster. Like it was trying to warn me. Don't go. But I did. The bedroom door was slightly open. Just enough. And in that moment, time slowed. My hand touched the door. I hesitated. Because part of me already knew. But I pushed it open. And everything stopped. There she was. Emily. In our bed. With someone else. I didn't move. I couldn't. My brain refused to catch up with what my eyes were seeing. The room felt smaller. Like the air had been pulled out. I didn't need to see everything. I didn't need details. The way she looked at him. That was enough. The way she laughed. That was enough. The way she didn't notice me right away. That broke me. The guy turned first. Saw me. His face went pale. Emily followed his gaze. And when she saw me, everything changed. Her expression. Her body. Her voice. Daniel. I stepped back. Because if I stayed, I didn't know what I'd do. I walked out. No shouting. No anger. Just silence. I grabbed my keys. Opened the door. And left. Like the house didn't belong to me anymore. I got into my car. Sat there. Hands on the wheel. And finally, I breathed. But it didn't feel like air. It felt sharp. Like something tearing through my chest. My phone started ringing. Her name. Over and over. I didn't answer. I couldn't. I just drove. No direction. No destination. Just away. Hours passed. And somewhere in the middle of all that silence, I realized something. I already knew. All those nights. All those signs. I knew. I just didn't want to admit it. The next morning, I went back. She was sitting on the couch, waiting, eyes red, face pale, like she hadn't slept. Good. For a second, I felt nothing. Then everything hit at once. Who was he? I asked. My voice was calm. Too calm. She hesitated. Daniel, Who was he? She swallowed. Jason. The name hit me like a punch. Jason, my friend, someone who had been in my house, sat at my table, shook my hand. I laughed, but there was no humor in it. Of course it was. Silence filled the room. How long? I asked. A few months. A few months. While I was working. While I was trying to build something for us. I closed my eyes. Didn't want the image. Didn't want the details. I'm sorry, she said. And the worst part? She sounded like she meant it, but not enough to stop. Why? I asked. She looked down. I felt alone. That answer, it broke something inside me. Alone. You were never here, Daniel. I was working for us. I didn't ask you to. No, I said quietly, but you didn't stop me either. Silence. I missed you, she whispered. I looked at her, really looked, and for a moment, I saw the woman I fell in love with, but she felt far away, like a memory. I was right here, I said. You just stopped choosing me. She cried. I didn't. I think I ran out of tears somewhere between that bedroom door and the car. What happens now? She asked. I didn't answer right away. Because the truth? I already knew. You made your choice, I said, and now I'm making mine. I walked past her, packed a bag. Didn't take much, because everything that mattered was already gone. At the door, I stopped, not for her, for me, because I needed to say it. I gave you everything I had. My voice cracked, just a little, and it still wasn't enough. I opened the door, and this time, I didn't look back. It's been 8 months. I don't work 2 jobs anymore. I don't chase something that drains everything out of me. I live in a smaller place now. Quiet, simple, but real. Some nights are still hard. I won't lie. You don't just forget someone like that. But you learn. You learn that love isn't just a sacrifice. It's presence, respect, honesty, things we lost. Long before that night, I heard she moved away. With him. That part doesn't hurt like it used to. Because the truth is, I didn't lose her that night. I lost her slowly. In the silence. In the distance. In the moments we stopped choosing each other. That night, I just finally saw it. And sometimes, seeing the truth is the only way to finally let go